We're live. Polls are fun, right?
Yeah, I like them.
Is there no, he doesn't. Agent doesn't party. Agent probably partied hard last night. He doesn't party. He parties as hard as that old dude in your picture. Is there, do you think that there's anyone who thinks that in our chat or who watches this show, there's even one person. Good morning. Do you think there's even one person who thinks that I guess the presupposition here, there's two presuppositions I'd ask you to make to answer this question. One, that there really was a pandemic, and two, I guess some mixture of number of days of life versus being alive is the other metric. If that doesn't make sense to you, it will in a second. Is there anyone here that thinks that our reaction to I even feel weird saying it, to whatever that was we went through? I don't, because I'm not even. I think it's easier to make other presuppositions than to think that any of that shit actually was real. But let's say it was real. Is there anyone who thinks that our reactions of closing down the schools was a good idea, or masking was a good idea, or shutting down businesses was a good idea, or keeping people away? Were there any pieces of that journey or reactions that anyone thinks was valuable? I'm just curious. And if so, just let me know in the comments. Or was there any reaction that we took that you think was valuable, that helped mitigate the problem, that made it so fewer people died? Can you think of anything? Like, do you think the ventilators had a net positive? Do you think that forcing all restaurants to close for 6 months was a net positive? Do you think quarantine, is there like even the tiniest piece of it that was positive? Because I'm tripping that every single response to it was negative. And then I think of the George Floyd incident. Let's say you actually did care about, let's make the presupposition that you actually do care about the mistreatment of people by cops based on the color of their skin. Do you think that there's anything that happened during those 2 years that helped that interaction, help society? Because those two specific incidences, is there a way to shut off all of the bubbles and
I think it's like a computer setting, but yeah, let me look to see if I can do that.
I wonder if it's I would go into settings and layouts, guest hotkeys, recording, general. I'll go to general. No, camera. No. Virtual background. No, recordings, hotkeys. Layouts. Oh, the layouts thing is cool. I've never seen that. Guests. Ah, shit, I can't see it. The reaction to COVID, I think, got way, way more people injured and killed than helped. And the reaction to BLM made it worse for people with melanated skin and white skin significantly. I mean, we already know, I quote this stat all the time. In the 2 years after Floyd, with the defund the police and the BLM riots, there was a 34% increase in black homicide. 34%. That's nuts for a group of people that are already in what you would have to say is starting to look like a genocide. It increased by 34%, which is nuts. And then you think that the average person gained 24 pounds because of the reaction to COVID. The Free Palestine thing is the same way. All that shit's just getting those Palestinians killed. Just like the BLM thing just got black people killed. It sucks. It just really sucks that it's happening like this. The people who think that they're helping are getting people killed. Like, if you really cared, you would be like, you would do something else. You don't say Free Palestine. You're basically supporting and demanding those people stay and fight, and you're going to get them killed. Can you imagine what the outcome would be if we had a knee-jerk reaction around guns? All of these things that we have a knee-jerk emotional reaction to, we just get people hurt. God, so many unnecessary fucking black people died in this country. And so many people died from ventilators and injections and shit. And the fallout's going to just continue. And now with the Palestinians, I was talking with this lady and she just kept saying to me, hey, the Israelis are killing women and children over there. And I'm just thinking to myself, wow, me and you are on two totally different pages. You're laying in the street and you were just hit by a car and you want to tell them, you're arguing to me that you had the right of way with your last breath. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling everyone else on either side, do not cross the street on a red light. You will get hit and die. Racist Dave. Good morning. Racist Dave. Good morning. It just man, it sucks. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. And those people are over there just getting fucking mowed down and you're worried about their freedom. You're dead in the street dying and you're worried about telling people you had the right of way. You're worried about cops with 365 million stops a year, interactions with people a year. You're worried about 12 unarmed black men who resisted arrest being killed while fucking thousands are being murdered in the streets. And now the cops won't interact or with them because they're afraid because of your protest, because you burnt down Ferguson. Wow. I know you're asking a loaded question, but that's fine. I don't care. Should Israel try to minimize civilian casualties? That is the stupidest question ever. Right, Will? Come on. Come on, Will. Work with me. Let me ask you this. If they've dropped 72,000 bombs and only 10,000 people died, isn't it obvious they're minimizing civilian casualties? No, they shouldn't minimize civilian casualties. It's a fucked up question. The people on the ground, did you hear what's happening now? They're finally they're leaving. I saw yesterday they're leaving in droves, moving. By the way,
Palestinians?
the people of Palestine. Listen, if you really cared about something, like really, really cared, you care about the 100,000 people who died from fentanyl overdose in this country in the past year between the age of 19 and 25, and the vast majority of them who were not taking fentanyl, which means they died of bioterrorism. You know that, right? Like if you died from something that was in a hamburger, like rat poison that was in a hamburger you got from Burger King, it's not an accident. You didn't OD on a hamburger.
I
Someone
heard
poisoned.
Vivek say that.
What? Say it
I
again?
heard Vivek say that in the Republican debates. I hadn't heard it explained like that, but once he said it, I was like, yeah, that actually makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I said, who do you think I stow it from? Stow that shit. Nothing is left. Thousands of Palestinians flee south of as Israel steps up Gaza City offense. Yeah. You can't have an ethnic cleansing if you're not fucking killing everybody, first of all. And you can't have an ethnic cleansing if it's not an ethnicity. That's not an ethnicity. Those people are not an ethnicity. Well, they are an ethnicity. They're just not Palestinian. There is no such thing as any more than there's a Californian or an Idahoan. But the intention was for us to think that they are an ethnicity. That was the intention. That's why they started conflating the term as an ethnicity in 1964. And they did that with the plan. That was the agenda. 15 million Jews worldwide. Okay? 15 million Jews worldwide. That's less than there are Mormons. There's 16 million Mormons, I think. 15 million Jews worldwide. 1.8 billion Muslims. I said this to you before. If every Muslim, if Chinese became the world language and they wanted to hire the Jews to teach Chinese to the Muslims, They could hire every single Jew, and it would still only be one Jew for every 120 Muslims. You cannot be the bully if there's fucking 15 million of you and 1.8 billion of them. I don't even know what this means. I'll have to look this up, whatever this means. 15 million non-ethnic Jews. They are not Hebrew. Oh, so you're saying they're religious Jews. They're not ethnic Jews. Is Hebrew the ethnicity of a lot of Jews? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, school me up. I'm ready. In some modern languages, thank you, Mr. Caleb Beaver, author and creator of the Shatican series on YouTube. Very, very, very violent episode, this most recent one. I watched it last night.
Yeah.
Made my back tighten up. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. In some modern languages, including Armenian, Greek, and Italian, Romanian, and many Slavic languages, the name Hebrews, with linguistic variations, is the standard. Yo, we need Greg.
Ethnonym?
Thank you. Ethnonym. What's that mean? Ethnonym.
I think it's like the name for an ethnicity.
The standard ethnicity for Jews, but in many other languages in which both terms exist, it is currently considered derogatory to call Jews Hebrews. No shit. That's bullshit. That is not.
It's Wikipedia. Do you want me to edit it real quick?
Hebrew. You're a Hebrew.
Hebrew.
I thought kike was the derogatory term.
Just weeding out words.
Yeah.
Every year.
Tyler Splide. Synonym of an ethnicity. You think that's really his picture?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know it really? Wow, that's crazy. What a crazy look.
He's got a great mustache.
I know. Yeah. He looks like he just fell out of the 70s. Man, I haven't watched the NFL in a long time. That is some fucking brain dead candy shit. That I didn't realize. So that now I know why I stopped watching it. It's like just pure escapism. I'm not dogging on it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't watch it with announcers anymore. Especially even the NCAA, like unless they're talking about somebody I care to hear about, like Tyson or specific players from a college team, like
it's garbage.
I can't listen to it.
It's candy for the brain. It'll rot your brain. I did notice though that when Tyson went on the after show, how much he lights everyone up. Did you see how excited they get? The lady was swooning a little bit.
I think they all were.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They were stoked. And
he's just so real compared to their just. God, it's just so bad.
Yeah, I think they were excited to have him on. And then
you know
whenever they talked about his dad too, it was just they were like, "Holy shit, this family is just otherworldly."
They're trying to be hip and cute, but it's just man. They don't have it. Say it again.
Too old for that.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It was but it's just so corporate. It's wild. I also realized how at one point the guy's like there were two commentators. Someone said it was the best college commentator and the best NFL commentator working together. And man, they were smooth. You know what I realized also? That's why that's why Tonto sounds that way.
What do you mean?
Like he sounds like those guys. Like if he wants, like he's like the lines he says and kind of slips in those one-liners and those, I wouldn't say they're metaphors, but they're like these clever sayings. They're pretty clever. I mean, those guys are good. But I was like, oh, this is what the Lone Ranger and Tonto are going for. They're emulating these guys.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And they're good at emulating them. I'm not even saying that as a dig. They're good at emulating them. But
I mean, there's like a certain brand of announcer that most large sporting events have. Like you can find the same kind of personalities in every announcing team on every sport. So if they're trying to emulate that, like hockey is going to have the same kind of person that the NFL does. NFL is going to have the same as baseball, so on and so forth.
And what's interesting, I could recognize it. I just can't describe it. Maybe as I watch it more and more. I mean, I've watched more Lone Ranger and Tonto commentating by significant margins than those guys in the last 20 years, by a long shot. But there was a section where they were talking about how he did handstand walks. And they were like blown away by that. And when they were talking about how blown away they were that Tyson B could walk on his hand, I was like, oh my God, we truly live in a bubble. We truly, like, that's just normal for us.
Yeah, isn't that weird? They're like, oh, is he a gymnast?
Like, even ding-dongs like me go upside down, like, regularly.
Tyson has an unbelievable competitive spirit, according to his college football coach, to the point that during one training camp, Agent challenged one of the team's athletic trainers, who was a gymnast, to see who could walk farther on their hands. At the end of every practice that summer, it was a contest, 50, 75, up to 100 yards. His college coach, Arnie McCook, said it was the only losing record Agents ever known to have.
What are you talking about?
Well, like, obviously those numbers are fantastic, but they're just shocked that anyone would even walk on their hands. The commentators go on to speak. It's nuts. It just makes me realize we really are. The shit that we think is regular. I kind of Janelle was kind of schooling me yesterday too. Like the fact that we know that, like, hey, you shouldn't just go get frozen orange juice at the store, add 3 cups of water, and drink the whole pitcher. Like when we were kids, we thought that was healthy. And like now we're like, you're fucking crazy. You're taking just a massive dose of sugar. I guess most of the world still doesn't know that. They don't know that, hey, it's cool. It's fine. You should be walking on your hands and you shouldn't wash down your orange juice with a Coca-Cola.
It helps you realize kind of how much you have to explain to people who are new to CrossFit, or if you're trying to like get somebody to start CrossFit, you have to
start the journey. Yeah, I feel like kind of almost like an ass. We're completely on a different planet, and there's not a lot of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for us, or someone like me, I'm like, I bet you most of the guys though in the NFL can walk on their hands. Maybe not those giant lineman guys, maybe them too. But I'd have to guess that most of those guys have the ability to at least get upside down and like take a few steps.
Yeah, I would probably imagine wide receivers and running backs probably. They could probably all get upside down and start walking.
The generic deep voice, douche voice. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, that scared me. Blade Walker, did you all see the throw that iced the game last night? That window was not small. Oh, was not small? Was small. Was small. Meaning he put, you're talking about with like, there was like 38 seconds left or something, and he stepped back and dropped like a 7-yard pass or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the window mean? I mean, I'd call that as threading the needle. That was scary.
Yeah, I think that was a tight throw.
Yeah. Boy, that could have ruined the whole game.
Yeah, for sure. He said it was small. He fixed it.
Soccer Mom, you should try to get that picture again with Stacy, but wear a CEO shirt and see what she says. I got 5 on it. She says, no, thank you.
Maybe I'll drop in at her gym and wear it. Ask if I can take a picture.
They asked if he was a gymnast when he was little. No. I mean, he's just crazy athletic. He played all the sports. I remember going, I bet you I have video footage somewhere of, I know I went to a basketball game of his when he was a little kid. He was the only white kid. It was a basketball tournament. He's the only white kid there. There's like 500 black kids. You know what I mean? Like there's like 3 courts going simultaneously. I want to say I'm making this up, but I want to say maybe he shot a basket into the wrong hoop. I have to ask.
Really?
He was by far the shortest kid out there at the time. He was little when I saw him play basketball, like maybe 4 or 5. I love the way he talks, his accent, everything about him.
Yeah, right? He's just got swag.
He should be a Rogue athlete. His dad wearing Rogue hoodie got 5 million views last night. That's more than the last 5 games combined. Bo Smith. Here's what I realized. So, Dave was on the show, or so, I think Dave was on the show, and I was like, "Hey, you guys fucked the timing up of talking with Tyson. You should have done it way before." And he's like, "No, the timing was perfect." And it was addressed in other places too, and other people were weighing in on it. And like I know they're wrong. I don't think I just know they're wrong. Call me dogmatic, but last night it like completely solidified it with anyone with a brain. He would have brought more popularity with his high school accolades and attention to CrossFit than any CrossFitter can. Meaning, like we saw last night by that handstand talk, that we're just so fringe. What we accept as normal is completely wild to those people. And so just even they should have been making pieces on him when he was, one of the best high school quarterbacks who ever lived, right? And it would have been easy. Shit, maybe I was even in charge then. Maybe it was me who dropped the ball. But those are the kind of stories. If the best high school quarterback in the United States, and I know that there's 100 of the best guys, but the dad's also an affiliate owner and he's also doing CrossFit, then just do a piece on him. It's so easy. And then do another piece on him in college, and then another, maybe 5 pieces on him in college, 1 a year. We sound stupid by saying we waited until he was in the NFL. Like that's not even the goal of it. The goal of it would be like, hey, look at this kid's really fucking good. And if you have a kid, you should have him do CrossFit too. It's a great supplement. And it's one of the things that makes him the best high school player. Not wait till he's on the Bears. It's just silly. We wanted to maximize and get the most out of him. We're scumbags. All right. Yeah, we know.
You're not even maximizing it at this point because nobody has known who he is until apparently now.
An autistic CrossFitter. Man, the trans community is trying to get you guys to be one and the same. Did you know that?
Trans community is trying to pick up autistic CrossFitters?
Kinda. Oh, please tell me I didn't mess my notes up. Oh, okay. Here we go. Look at this. I didn't send you the new notes. I'll send them to you in a second. Oh, you're temporarily blocked. It looks like you're misusing this feature by going too fast. You've been temporarily blocked from using it. Wow.
What feature?
I don't know, but that seems to be a theme of something's happened to me on Instagram when I use it on my computer. I wonder if they know I'm streaming it to YouTube and they're somehow pissed at me. I'm going to send you this over. Wow, that's crazy. November 10, 2023. We should only refer to it as the mentally ill flag from now on. Look at play 247.
Oh, I'm waiting for it to come through.
Oh no, you're going to see my notes about the Shatican.
Great.
Should have kept those private.
What did you say? 242?
247.
247.
Niche. Caroline, how are you pronouncing niche? Niche? Niche. We should ask Tyson to pronounce it. Okay, here we go. Check this out. This is here we go.
Solutionaries Maj 2 right here. Drove past and saw this at a church. This is a church. This is obviously the LGBTQ plus flag, and I made a video, and that video kind of got banned all over the place.
And this flag is what we see here. Now, obviously, everybody knows this is the LGBT flag, but I want to showcase a few things to you guys. If you notice, you'll start to see this part of the flag adding more into the situation. You'll start to see more of these colors added. This is supposed to be for black people. This is supposed to be for brown people. But these colors right here seem to be a little strange. And this goes into what's called a minor attracted person or youth attracted person, pedophile flag. So I want to go over what these actual colors mean. Blue and light blue on this flag stands for attraction to infant boys. The pink stands for attraction to minor girls. The white stands for attraction to virgin children. It went from just a rainbow, which initially was God.
Dude, that is insane.
What?
This isn't the first time I've heard this. I've heard this probably a half dozen times. They have that up like at the recycling center in Santa Cruz. I don't know why you have to have the same genitalia flag up in front. Why do you have sex flags up in front of your church? Who goes to a church where they're... It's so bizarre. We live.
Yeah, I want to know what
we live with.
What denomination?
He goes. That's a Catholic church.
No way.
That's what he says. Keep going. Are you Catholic?
Technically, yes. Confirmed.
Have you been called by God? I was just realizing that's the reason why. That's why I can't be a Christian or a Catholic. I've never been called by. I'm not called. I've been called. I'm just waiting. I was the last one picked. Even after in PE class when I was a kid, all the boys were picked, and then some girls were picked, and then I was picked. And it's like this whole God thing is like the same way. Just hanging out. I'm over here just being cool too. Like I could, but I wasn't going to score any goals for your team. So like, I understand. I wasn't like, I was never like, this is fucked up. I was like, yep, I know why you're not picking me.
I had a very different experience. I was always picked first.
Oh. Have you been picked by God? Have you been touched? Has God called you? Like, do you know what religion you are?
I mean, I was raised Catholic. It's confirmed Catholic, but
have you ever like been in the shower and it's like, Caleb, you are one of mine, and you're like, oh fuck.
No, I don't. I've had like weird instances where something very specific will come up, and it's been at very specific times in my life, and it's the same like
when you were deployed and the podcast came into your life, you're like, fuck, there is a God.
No, there was like
you don't have to be a dick about it. No reason to be a dick about it. No need. I'm cool. We're cool. Me and you are buddies.
I know. I've been working on the podcast a lot longer than when I was deployed, but
oh darn it.
No, it was just like there's a very specific thing that'll show up every so often, and that's about the extent of anything calling out to me, I guess.
So you believe. So you have some evidence that you cling to. You have some evidence. Like, remember we had a guy on the show, maybe it was the CrossFit podcast, and the Taliban attacked his base, and he was driving in a car while they were shooting, and he was on the base, and a bullet went into the car and got lodged in his headrest. And when he saw that, he's like, yeah, God saved me. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was the headrest.
Yeah,
you just said it was the headrest.
Right.
But if God put the headrest there,
some sort of divine intervention in a sense, I guess.
I mean, being alive seems kind of like some divine intervention.
Yeah. The more I look into it, the more I find it's crazy that all the things that have to go right for just to exist, just to like come into the world. And then after that, it's just a series of events that allow you to maintain your existence, I guess.
I think it was Vivek said it. I can't remember if it was Vivek or Tim Scott, but one of those guys said like, hey, it doesn't matter whether you believe in God or being a Christian or not. For this country to operate, it has to have Christian values. I think it was Tim Scott. So he says this country welcomes people who are not Christian, but for this country to operate, it has to have Christian values. And I was like, dude, I believe in that like to my core now. It has to have Christian values for this thing to work. The way the Constitution is set up.
Yeah,
so you don't have to hate just because you're not Christian doesn't mean you have to hate it. It's like I don't do alarm clocks, but I think that they make a lot of the world operate, and I'm cool with other people using them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's like just chill. Everyone chill. Do you want to end up like fucking Iran or Russia or India? Have you been to any of these places or China? I've been to these places, Japan. for different reasons, you will not like those places if you're an American.
It's because they don't have Christian values.
Something happened there. Yeah, something's going on there that does not make those places fun. Have you ever hung out with those people from the Nordic countries? Like hung out with someone from Sweden or Finland or Norway?
I don't think so, no. Why?
Or even Iceland or any of those people. And I choose those countries because people always say those are like perfect countries, right? Clean, no homelessness, healthcare, $17 boxes of cereal.
Yeah.
This is such a lazy answer. They're not us.
Like they're a different
It's like the golden retriever could be the greatest dog in the world, but who wants to be around 200 golden retrievers? It's just like at that point you're like, fuck, I'll take a Chihuahua. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like a really nice prison. It's still a prison.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
You feel the and the way they argue, the way they think. People in Australia and New Zealand can get like this too, and Canadians, they argue their limitations. They want to tell you how nice their government issued toilet is. They're yeah, it's man, we have it so fucking good here. Sevi, more ignorant about Gaza or football? Fair, totally fair question. I appreciate it. I give you one more since you paid $1.99 and it was a fair smackdown. Go ahead, school me a little bit. Help me out. Come on, brother, help me out. Fawal. I'll tell you what I'm not ignorant about. How about this? I'm not ignorant about that it's really important to not, for me to not die. And on both sides of my family, my kids on both sides of their family, my family and my wife's family, have survived Holocaust. The fact that my kids are here is a fucking miracle. And very few people could say that probably that they have the mixture that my kids are, that they have fucking imminent death so close in their past generations, and they're lucky to be here. Second of all, I can tell you that I went back and saw the home and met the people who ran my grandparents out of their home and were killing them, who are Muslims, by the way, attacking Christians and beheading them and slicing the women's stomachs open who were pregnant. That's how they were killing they killed all the men. They came and first killed all the men and then marched all the women and children off the countryside.
Whoa.
Those were all Muslims. Those were Arabs. Those were Turks who did that. If you want to categorize people by ethnicity. And my specific family, my grandparents and my great grandparents were running and fleeing. And when they got to the coast, they came down from the mountain of Musadah. And if there just happened to be French ships there. And they got on the French ships, and the ships took them over to Lebanon, where they were given a small piece of land in Anjad and where all the Armenians were put. And I went and visited there also, by the way. And my family, my grandmother, my grandfather had 10 children. And my dad was one of them. And they lived in a 10 by 10 foot concrete hut, which I also visited. That had no electricity or no running water. And my dad made it out of there. And my grandmother on my mom's side was also from Turkey. She was from Turkey, and she also had to leave. Because people were persecuting them. Muslims were persecuting them. It's funny, I never even thought about it as Muslims. I always referred to it as Turks. Never once in my life until right now, 7:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on November 10th. I use the word Muslim now just to let you know, like, in reference to those people who are doing that. And you know what? I'm so glad my family fled. I'm so glad there weren't people chanting in the streets, Armenia, stand and fight, free Armenia. I'm so glad. And do you know who some of the most miserable people I know on planet Earth are today? People who are still fighting for Armenia. Just the way it is, dude. If you really cared about those people, you'd find a way to get them out of there, bring them to your country, give them a job. 80% of that country wasn't working; it was living off of aid. It's basic. You could consider Gaza a WEF experiment, World Economic Forum experiment. Even if it's not, it fits the paradigm. You'll have nothing and you'll be happy. Imagine we, the United States of America, fucking nuke someone, and then we're like, it wasn't us, it was our U.S. military. That's what's going on over there, dude. The military of that piece of land, Palestine, attacked Israel. And tons of people are like, well, they did the same thing. They did the same thing to Gaza. Here's the thing. It was never the plan of Israel to kill every single person in Gaza. That wasn't the plan. There's no. You could convince me that Israel has sent special forces into Gaza and been like, okay, that house over there has Hamas terrorists and we're going to go get them. And they went in there and they killed 12 children and the mom and dad. And they're like, oops, wrong house. Has that happened? I'm sure that's happened. Okay, fine. I believe you. But Israel is not sending drunk soldiers into fucking Gaza to rape and beat women and children and kill them. That's not happening. Just on a whim. Hey guys, what did you drank too much tonight? Come on, let's go into Gaza and rape a bunch of Palestinian people. That's not happening. It's just like there's no cops who are waking up in the morning and be like, okay, today I'm gonna kill a black guy. No one's doing that. No, I don't remember. My mom would love that comment, though. Caved Astro wrote, anyone remember the days when Sevi was funny? Racist Dave. Who's going to tell him? Okay, we have to let's you have to go in 23 minutes, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to wait until my father-in-law texts me when he wants to start.
Okay, let's look at the wait, hold on. I want to talk about abortion for a minute. Okay. Look at 245. Look at this shit. This is crazy. This is I've seen Mexicans do this. But this is nuts. Watch this. This is absolutely nuts. Here we go. So these two dudes are just playing hockey. They don't even have skates on.
I think it's actually lacrosse. Yeah, they're playing lacrosse.
And so they take off their shit and they just start fighting. The redhead dude landed some early good punches, but then he gets, oh, that hurt. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that hurt. So what's the deal? You fall down and it's over?
Yeah. Yeah. And hockey is the same way. As soon as they hit the ice, the fight's over. So as long as you stay standing, you're good to go.
Dude, that redheaded dude is rangy, isn't he?
He's got a long arm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of him.
Hey, dude, I really like this just kind of weed whacker fighting. He throws punches both directions. Like when he recocks his punch, he throws
the elbow on the way back.
Jan Clark, that's what growing up in Scotland was like. My goodness.
I think Jan sent me a video of some like soccer fights or something, like fans fighting, and that was fucking crazy.
Oh my goodness. I want to try. I want to try Tyson for a minute. Try what? Try talking about him. Hold on. Oh, man. So I guess that's what men do. Just fight and then shake it off.
Got to, right?
I guess, yeah. Crazy. Oh shit. I closed my notes.
It was like that. I don't know if you saw it too, but when Daisy Fresh posted that video about these two guys that were beefing in their gym, they ended up just fighting it out, determine who is the better man, I guess. Do you remember that?
Yeah, is that series still going?
Yeah, I think they just either they did their last season or they just posted a new season recently.
I haven't watched that in a long time. I should do that. Are they still like sleeping there at the place and living there?
I think they're trying to move to the new location soon because I think they got so big. The local police told them that they can't do that anymore because they had so many people just parking on the sidewalk on the road nearby, and people are just living out of their cars now.
All good things come to an end, which is fine if you live in San Francisco, but not in the middle of wherever the fuck that place was. No, it wasn't Philadelphia. It was like Iowa or something. It's in the middle of nowhere.
It was Ohio. Yeah.
183. Did you watch the Dylan Dennis fight with Logan Paul?
No. Was it good?
No. Stupid.
Of course it was.
Here we go. This is for you guys. Remember when the show was funny? I like funny.
I have small generational differences. Little things. I wear a watch. I always wear. Since I was 13, I've worn a watch. Millennials don't wear watches. It's true. Apple Watch is not a watch, sweetheart. Checking your emails on your wrist is a cry for help. That's not a watch. The summer begins. We're on the beach. I see Leo with a black watch. I go, Leo, what time is it? Because it doesn't tell you the time. Your watch doesn't tell you the time. It's not a watch. It's a Whoop. A Whoop? What does it tell you? It says, it tells you how you're doing. I said, well, I look at my wrist. I see a gold Rolex. I know I'm doing good. And I also know what time it is. Leo.
I'm pissed. I just realized. Damn it. Damn it. I'm so sorry, guys. The Tyson Bajan show is supposed to be rescheduled for. Oh, it is. In StreamYard, it says it's at 12:30. This isn't the Tyson Bajan show. The Tyson Bajan show is at 12:30. But you're right. Something, I don't know why I changed it. I can see it's changed. Did you think he was still coming on?
I thought he was. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Sorry, shit.
Because there was another link up on. There was a link on YouTube for a show, but it wasn't scheduled in StreamYard as a show, so that had me really confused.
Yeah, no, damn. How come on YouTube it didn't change?
I have no idea.
Well, shit. Sorry. Yeah, he's coming on at 12:30. My bad. All of you who don't want to hear about burning babies and abortion, time to go. David Weed. So when is the 32nd best QB in the NFL coming on?
Actually, it's like the 30th because they just beat the other last place quarterback.
Patrick Clark. You have to change it on YouTube. StreamYard doesn't make the changes automatically.
What?
Oh, Adam Blakesley. It showed up on my YouTube changed. Okay. son of a bitch. Yeah, 12:30. I'm making a lot of sacrifices today to have him on. Okay, let's look at the Shatican before you have to go. People have to see this. This is fantastic.
You want me to pull up the video?
Listen, I don't know who Desmond Tutu is, but wasn't he like the head of the UN? But I'm telling you, the kid's a fucking stud. He's amazing. Hey, listen, look at this stat. Let me show you this for you knuckleheads out there who don't know shit about football, who aren't geniuses like me. Number 1 draft pick in 2009, Matthew Stafford, 1-6. Number 1 draft pick in 2016, Jared Goff, 0-7. Number 1 draft pick in 2020, Joe Burrow, 1-5. Trevor Lawrence, 2001, number 1 draft pick, 1-6. Bryce Young, the midget. Listen, even I know that was stupid. Whoever picked him is fucked. They are fucked. There was this dude that when I was I had a business phone call yesterday and someone was trying to tell me Tyson was small. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. He's 6'3" and at 1/8 and he's got a huge hand. He's like, well, he's short for the NFL. He's not fucking short for the NFL. Then they fucking marched this midget out. I couldn't believe how small Bryce Young looked. And so I looked him up quick. He's the same size as Doug Flutie, dude. Do you remember that disaster? No, you weren't even born. That was a fucking disaster. Wow, they've really fucked up. They really fucked up. Has there ever been a good short quarterback in the last 20 years? Ever? I can't think of any short quarterbacks, and I don't even watch football. Doug Flutie was awesome. Pop Warner, king of Pop Warner football. I agree. But not so good when he switched to the NFL. That wasn't his league.
Maybe Kyler Murray. He plays for the Arizona Cardinals. He's 5'10", I think.
Wow. Muggsy Bogues, yeah, incredible quarterback. Man, I don't know shit about football, and when I saw that Drew, what's the guy's name? Drew who? Brees? Is that how you? That's how you spell that dude's name? Drew Brees. He's 6 feet tall. Yeah, I guess that's short. He's 6 foot, but dude, 5'10". Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what's funny too is you when I Googled him, the first thing that came up is him talking about Tyson. Maybe that's because they know my algorithm. Man. Sevi, they called you an owl. Who called me an owl? Oh yeah, Patrick. I'm gonna suggest that you're 0 for 2 for today. Usually you're 10 and 0. One, YouTube did change it automatically because Adam Blakesley saw that it was changed, and I think size does matter. But I appreciate it. Man, oh man, they are fucked with that dude Bryce Young. And you know what's crazy though? They're gonna yo, so you don't even think he's 5'10"? Wow. Oh, Nelly. Hey, what sucks is I bet you they're gonna hold on to him for like 3 years.
Tyson?
No, they're gonna hold on to him forever. He can become a franchise quarterback. He's gonna take those guys to the Super Bowl. Remember 2 years ago when you guys were like, that your friend's never gonna make it to the NFL? Racist Dave. Racist Dave. And his buddy, Jake Chapman.
Yeah, now they just keep moving the goalposts. They're like, he's never going to be a starting quarterback. He'll never be the number one. Love that.
Sevi, what do you think about steroid use in the NFL? If Tyson's taking him, he needs to get his money back. Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
My mom saw him, and she's like, wow, he's really small for a quarterback.
He's fucking perfect. How about that giant dude that's on the defense?
Montez Sweat.
Holy shit. Did you see him push Bryce Young a few times?
Like 4 times.
Oh my God. I can't wait to ask Tyson about that. That looks horrible, dude. Hey, seriously, I couldn't take that if I was ready for it. That would, if he pushed me the way he pushed Bryce Young, my back would go out, I'd be done.
Yeah.
I'd be done. David would come over and butt fuck me after that. I couldn't even run. I'd be toast. Be just toast. Oh my God.
That was wild.
Yeah,
see.
this guy, Montez Sweat.
That guy, I think he's like 6'10" or something. He's something ridiculous.
Oh my God. When he pushed, Bryce Young goes
6.
flying. Like almost like you feel bad for him. Like you're like, hey, you guys should be in the same league? You guys are you in the wrong weight division, dude? What are you doing out here?
Absolutely. I saw some people hit Tyson. I was like, oh God, that looks horrible.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, one time he got flattened and his fucking face mask fucking turned up the soil like he was like looking for like he's chicken scratch, right? Pulled up a fucking section of the field with his face.
And he couldn't like get it out. It was so stuck in his helmet.
And as he walked, and did you see like how his hand went limp? Like he was like he's tarded, like he got cerebral palsy or something. Like, ah. And then I saw him get up and he was rubbing that hand. I was like, no. Fuck. Damn.
Yeah,
Malcolm Brown. Oh, that way. Yeah, let's look. That's who. Bo, is that who smashed him into the ground? Let's look at Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown. That's who hit our boy Tyson. We don't. Oh my God.
That
oh my goodness. What happened to Malcolm Brown? He had an $11 million contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dude, look at his legs.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Oh, that's
does it say how big he is? Oh, Malcolm Brown's stats. Let me see. NFL. 5'11", 225.
No way.
Maybe it's the wrong Malcolm Brown.
6'2", 320.
What do you think the most common? Oh. Yeah. You know how many? You know what's crazy? How many? What do you think the most common name is in the NFL? You know how like have you ever heard that line from a 2 Live Crew? You got more chins than a Chinese phone book, or was that Beastie Boys? Like talking about someone who's fat. You heard that line? Who sings that? You got more chins than a Chinese phone book. Who is that? I'm gonna find it before someone says it in the comments. Shit. Oh, Austin Powers says it. No, is it 2 Live Crew? Oh shit. More chins than a Chinese phone book. 2 Live Crew. 2 Live Crew. They say it? Huh. Damn. All right, I can't find it. No one knows? No, it was a anyway, I bet you there's more Lamars in the NFL. I'm guessing Lamar is the most common name in the NFL.
And Jackson. Lamar and Jackson. Yeah, probably between two.
Anyone? But Malcolm Brown's a pretty good one too. There's probably a shitload of Malcolms.
Exhibit A. Is that who did it?
And there's a lot of Browns. Get it? Browns. Get it? Oh, it is Fat Girl by NWA. Is that who it is? Really? No, if it is Bloodhound Gang. Got more chins than a Chinese phone book, Bloodhound Gang. Anyway, yeah, he had his fucking helmet mashed into the ground. And he kind of went. I didn't like it that it like the back, like he just went limp. How about when the kicker had to try to tackle that dude running the ball back? That didn't look fun.
Hell no. That's the most terrifying thing ever.
He didn't. He couldn't. Why wouldn't he just be more aggressive? Why wouldn't he just be like, "Fuck it, I'm doing this"?
That's about as aggressive as a kicker will get. They don't do that.
You think you'd get in trouble if you did that? Like if you like the people at Lululemon who stopped the thieves from stealing shit, they got fired. You think it's like
No.
that? Like if you're the kicker, you get fired if you try to fucking.
They're just incapable.
Oh, just that's
They
it.
don't. That's as fast as they run and about as physical as they'll get.
Hey,
I've never seen a kicker actually blast somebody.
You know, there's a dude that's called in football. There's a guy called the long snapper.
Yep.
And you know you're not allowed to hit that dude.
Right.
And so when I was at the game, there's this fucking old guy who's in pretty good shape on the Bears. And every once in a while, like from just a few feet away from me, I see he comes out. And another guy comes out and they start licking their hands.
Yep.
And they just start snapping the ball. And the guy snaps the ball between his legs harder than like it's scary how hard and fast it comes out. It comes out like it's like a machine. It's like a machine shot it out. It's like it's got a perfect spiral. And that dude can play. If no one's gonna hit you and that's your job, dude, you're a G. So that dude probably makes like $2 million a year, and he just comes out and licks his hands, and no one hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's like being a kicker, same thing. Or like if you're the holder. Usually the holder is like the punter or something, though. So
punter will literally hurt themselves badly if they try to block. Man, it's great. Hog Talk show, just to show where we talk about penises. That sounds disgusting, to be honest with you. Why?
Is that what everybody's saying H for? Is that what the H means? They want hog talk?
Why? That's gross. Oh, Tyreek as a popular name? I was a long snapper in high school. No shit. Oh, look, it's me and you, Jethro. Jesus, I'm a little breadcrumb next to you.
Breadcrumb.
Man. 98 million for the guy that didn't get one sack against the worst team in the NFL. Oh, that's how much that guy cost, that Sweat guy? Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter whether he got a sack or not. He fucked that dude up. When he, like, if someone pushes you like that, they're in your head the rest of the game. You do not want to be pushed by him. Drop the age and drop an H in the chat for hog. No. Penis talk is disgusting. I just sprinkle it in there. It's like not disgusting, but hog talk is like wasabi. You just like when you do it, it's good and it's intense, and but you don't. It's like it's a condiment.
Just a dab when you need it.
Not penis talk. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Okay, let's look at the Shatican here. We have to go. What happened to you, Sevan? You changed. I just go through phases. What are you talking about? I just go through phases. Okay. Here, Here, number 74. Look at how appropriate. Listen. If you realize that all things change, there's nothing you will try to hold on to. If you aren't afraid of dying, there's nothing you can't achieve. Trying to control the future is like trying to take the master carpenter's tools. When you handle the master carpenter's tools, chances are that you'll cut your hand. Number 74, the Tao Te Ching.
Beautiful.
Oh, sorry. One more quick thing. You guys are never going to believe this. I need to make an Instagram video about this. This is true what I'm about to tell you. You guys know that I'm black, right? Everyone knows that. So yesterday, I go on to I never use Amazon Prime Video. Ever. Like, I just don't. I don't know. My wife must use it, right? My wife watches TV. I don't watch TV. I'm going to get in trouble for that. And I go to my Amazon Prime. And I look, and those are all the people registered into my account. Sevan 2, Rosemary, my mom. Look at my mom's fucking avatar photo. Can you see this?
No way.
So I'm working out in the garage, and I'm fucking around with Amazon, and I see this, and then Avi comes in the garage, and we're working out a little bit. We're doing some dexterity drills, and my mom comes in there, and I go, "Hey, your profile picture on Amazon's a black lady." She goes, "I know." I'm like, "Oh, I am black." It was a trip. It was a fucking trip. She's like, "I like her, and I don't know how to change her, but I like her. She looks like," and she told me who she looks like Dionne Warwick or something. I was like, "Uh-huh." It's deep.
Foxy Cleopatra. That's right.
Yeah. That's my mom. What I like about I don't know if I'm gonna like reading this one. Heidi, I'm supposed to feel safe reading your shit. Heidi, what I like is that Sevan knows he's black, but he hasn't accepted he's a woman yet. Oh, please don't tell me that's my next iteration. How about when the Matrix guys turned into trannies? Fuck. The brothers, you know, the guys who directed that movie, both those guys were brothers, and they both turned into trannies. I think they got sex operations.
Wow. They really went.
Sevan could be intersex. I've only touched Caleb's penis with the back of my hand. I'm good.
First I was offended, and then I was like, "Oh, somebody's actually touching my dick. Nice."
Right. You're like, all right, cool. It's an accident. All 17 times. Okay. Shatican. Let's do this. Come on. This show is only supposed to be 59 minutes today. I have to save my voice for the next two shows. Okay, so this is we are in Nebraska in a 1 or 2 acre palatial property, 2 acres in a fancy neighborhood where a guy had been holding up for 600 years and let his house become dilapidated. And now the Shatican renovation is our dearly beloved Caleb's project that he films with the iPhone 10.
Whatever the new one is.
Oh, 15.
14 Pro Max.
Oh, wow. That? Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, here we go. So do you want to set the scene up for us here? What's going on? Are you sipping an espresso right there?
No, that's my mask.
Because I thought you were doing one of these.
No, I wish. I'd rather be doing that for sure. But so I
don't approve of you even taking the plywood down. Why are you even taking the plywood down? I like plywood.
I do too. But you see all that black like discolored wood on the bottom left there?
Yeah.
It's all like water damage, basically. It's not mushy or anything. Like, it hasn't been seeping water, but it's definitely not.
From when there was a sink there, that must have been under the cabinet or something. So it's not water from the wall. It was water from the outside somehow spraying, like from the what's that thing called? The water trap or whatever. That must have been leaking or spraying some moisture under the sink.
Right, exactly.
Not in the wall. Okay.
Yeah, and so if you kind of look closer, you can see it kind of traces down the bottom of the plywood all the way across to like where that white wall, where the plywood meets the white wall.
Yeah, okay.
So I need to remove all that. Plus, it had that wood paneling over it, and I hated that wood paneling. It looked disgusting.
What's that indentation there at the top of the black moldy area?
So that is where the washer hookup is for like a clothes washer.
Okay. So that's supposed to be open like that.
Right.
Okay.
Which is where that
so this
water
is the
damage
washroom. The washroom meaning the dishwasher or the clothes washer?
clothes washer, but it's not. This
Oh.
is like the main room, like the big. It's like a 40 by 30 foot room.
So it wasn't the washroom, but there was a washer in it.
Correct.
It was like a living room, just happened to have a washer and dryer in it.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go. No, pause. Oh my goodness. Hold on. We have to. Tyson big timed us again. No. That show's been moved to 12:30. Everyone chill. Okay, here we go.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I started by trying to remove this plywood from the wall because it's hideous and water damage. I knew where the pipes were, but I got a little greedy with this last cut. As water started spewing, I wanted to check to see if it was gas or actually water. I thought I could shut off the water by just...
Caleb, why couldn't you end up taking all that plywood down, right?
Right.
Why didn't you just peel it off? Why were you cutting it? Why didn't you just at the top take it and just pull or something?
Those pipes have like fittings around them.
Oh.
So I can't just like pull it away from the wall. And
I would have ripped the pipes out.
Right. Yeah. And so I couldn't have done that at all. So I needed to cut around it. I used a Sawzall, and usually a Sawzall is pretty good for most jobs. But now, after I made the mistake, obviously, I realized that I should have used a Dremel, which is like an oscillating saw, basically.
It would have been slower though, right?
It would have been slower, but it would have been more accurate. Like I wouldn't have, you have to go in like 1.5-inch sections instead, depending on what kind of blade you have. That one is just a straight like saw blade. It's like a foot long, and it's really hard to control. And if you pull it out too much from the wood, it'll like vibrate a lot.
That's my dad's favorite tool. Growing up as a kid, he used that thing every day for something.
Yeah, I love the Sawzall, but it's obviously just not a great spot for this.
Heidi already with some production feedback. Look at the dudes will tell you what you did wrong with the actual building and not building. She's going to critique your presentation of it. Dear Caleb, maybe adding a little emotion or emphasis on the commentary. It's so dry. Well, thank you for the feedback. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to say thank you for you.
I'll work on it. I was pretty defeated when I recorded all of it.
Yeah, okay, let's go on. Let's see some more.
Just turning the water heater off, but I was wrong. So eventually I had to go back and find the water main itself and shut that off.
Why didn't turn the water heater off, stop it? Because it wasn't the hot water pipe? If that was the hot water pipe, would it have stopped it?
It was the hot water pipe, but it's possible that I just didn't realize that there was just going to be so much water that needed to come out first. That's like just sitting in the pipes. Because when I shut off the water heater, water just kept coming out. It was a slower rate than it was before, but
that water heater is tiny. I've never even seen one like that. Don't those cylindrical ones usually go up to the ceiling?
Yeah, usually they do. I don't know. I think he just had a smaller one. There's also not a lot of space where he kept it. So it was just kind of, I don't know. He just probably got the small one.
And what is that bucket for there? Is that for like just carrying your tools around in?
I used that. It's kind of a multi-use bucket. I started using it to hold screws and just nails that I was pulling out of the plywood.
Right.
And then eventually I had to start using it to catch water. So it's kind of been used for just about everything at this point.
How much water do you think sprays out of here?
Before I shut it off, maybe like
a couple gallons?
A glass.
Oh, that's it?
It really wasn't much. It was just, for whatever reason, I was just freaked. So,
dude, it looks freaky.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And what's that plastic? So when that's hot water, is it hot? Is it burning you?
Oh, it's hot. Yeah. Okay. So what I thought it was gas at first, like I said, but then because it just shot out and it was like a spray, basically, it looked kind of like smoky. So then
So when you thought it was gas, like just for like 1 second, the sound, and then as soon as you felt the moisture, you're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, this isn't nice. Hold on a second. This isn't nice. I think this is passive aggressive. Didn't do much damage to. I think the keyword is there. That house. That hurts a little.
No, yeah, no. To it's pretty minor. Considerable. It wasn't like, oh, it's gonna damage the house. It was like, fuck. Now I have to learn how to fix plumbing, basically.
Yeah, didn't do much damage to that house.
Right.
Yeah, he's insinuating explicitly that maybe your house isn't so nice. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's a tough crowd. Okay, go on.
I just put a clip of
What is that show? What clip was that from?
Trailer Park Boys.
Okay, I don't know what that is. That real? Is that a documentary? Is that a?
No, it's just shitty TV.
Okay. Oh man, you look. I've never seen you look like that ever on the show. Ever. You're angry.
I'm pissed.
Now, have you called your wife yet?
No, at this point, I'm still cleaning everything up. So, like, I was moving the wood out of the way just to do something, basically. And then, as I was moving that away, I realized it was still leaking.
Yeah,
and that's when I had to go back.
At this point, it's pretty funny watching myself run around because in reality, the water wasn't coming out that fast anymore, and I could have just figured it out much slower.
What pants are those? What brand of pants are those?
Alaskan Hard Gear.
Oh, they're nice.
It's like an off-brand of Duluth trading company. They're my favorite pants.
Zach Sullivan. Hey, listen. This is this guy Zach Sullivan. Like, this guy puts on a tool belt every day. So take this with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Like this guy, like how me and you put on a belt or like brush our teeth or shit. This guy puts on a tool belt. This guy puts on a tool belt before he brushes his teeth. He keeps his toothbrush in his tool belt. This guy lives in his tool belt. This guy's had sex with his tool belt on. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Slapdick's running a Sawzall.
To be fair, I used to do that. I used to use a Sawzall every day, but I'm a little out of practice. So.
Oh my God, this is brutal.
Thanks, dude.
That house.
That's another thing that I found that I love about making these videos is how many people know.
Experts there are.
Yeah. Just like, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Like, and it's even funnier because my brother will do the same thing. Because my brother, he does stuff like, or he used to do stuff like this, and now he's an auto mechanic. So anytime I ask him about stuff, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna come over and do it myself." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
How long is it squirting for?
Probably over a minute. Like from the time that I nicked it to the time that I actually shut the water main off.
Yeah,
probably over a minute.
Hey, that's a great word. You nicked it. You nicked it. It's like it's like a shaving term, but you nicked the copper pipe.
Yeah, I nicked it.
Have you ever shaved your pubes and nicked your ball sack or your penis?
And then it just bleeds for like 30 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, I tried that. I tried many years ago. I tried that maybe 5 years ago. I tried that one blade that I use on my face, on my balls. And like in 8 seconds, it put 75 nicks in. No, 8 seconds. And then half a second, it put fucking 75 nicks in my scrotum. Oh, God, dude. It was fucked up.
Painful.
It was really painful because then I went and got in the shower. Magdalene Eggert. I'm adding sex while wearing tool belt to my husband's list. There you go.
That's a great list. I want to see the rest of that.
Zach Sullivan, you guys turned me on to this slapdick term, and now I'm trying to use it as much as possible. How long did it squirt for? Dildo, clip it. Fair enough. Okay. So you nicked it, and it's going for a minute. And when do you call your wife?
Probably.
Why are you keeping that hood there? Is that a hood for a stove there on the ground on the right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I just have kept that I need to throw away, but I can't yet. Or like I haven't gotten around to getting another dumpster.
So that just needs to be carried outside. That's it.
Pretty much.
Okay.
There's also
it's not being saved for anything.
No. I thought about taking it to the dump because you can get money for throwing like metal away and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I did initially with a lot of metal. So I'm kind of just keeping it until I have time to take it over there.
Daniel Garrity, this show would finally take off if Sevi dabbled in home improvement. God, I hope you find an aborted baby in the wall. Fuck, that would make the show run full circle.
Oh, God.
Our BLM poster.
I did find there was a poster in there, but posted about it yesterday. Anyway, so I called my wife probably after I got the water, like after the water stopped.
Yeah.
So I finally, yeah.
Do you call her the same way like I might call my mom in the 8th grade, like come home and talk to my mom about like in the 6th grade when my girlfriend broke up with me, I was devastated. And like I must have talked to my mom about it for like 3 days straight.
Yeah, that's about what happened.
You're just fucking like pissed. You just need to like.
Yeah, what's funny is I didn't even know.
I need my mommy moment. Did you call your mom?
No.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I mean, she's across the street. I would have just gone home, but
yeah.
I called her probably.
I like this pose. This is were you doing any praying here?
No, I was just like pissed. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like,
yeah.
I knew that this was now going to take up a few days to actually fix it.
Yeah.
So when I called,
there's the nick.
Yeah, it was pretty good nick. When I called my wife, I didn't even know what to say. So I was like, just silent. She was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was just like silent on the line for probably 10, 20 seconds. And then I was like, "Hey, I nicked a pipe." And she was so nonchalant about it. She's like, "Oh, it's fine. Like, no worries. It's all good. Like, don't like."
Yeah, you needed that. You needed that, right?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
You're like, no, this is actually a big deal. Like, now I need to spend.
Did you want her to be mad at you?
No, I just wanted her to. I really just wanted her to listen. I didn't care. Like, I wanted zero advice.
Right.
Like, I didn't want anybody to tell me, "Hey, you need to do X, Y, Z." I just like stop. Just listen to just let me get this out, and then I'll figure it out myself. So she just sat there. She's like, "Oh, it's fine. No big deal." I'm like, "No, it's not fine. Like, there's a shitload of water that just came out. And now you can't use, like, we had to shut the water off because if we do turn it on, now it's spraying. So you can't use the bathroom. You can't use the sink. You can't use the hose outside because we were going to lay concrete. And
oh shit.
So now you're just like delayed. And, so I was like, fine, like whatever. I'm just going to continue like trying to remove stuff. And then eventually I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to solder. I kind of figured out how to do it. Went to Lowe's, got a bunch of stuff to solder, and it didn't work the first way that I had because I got a solder gun instead of a torch, like one of those things that shoots fire. And apparently you actually needed a torch, which I wasn't aware of. So then I had to make another trip to Lowe's, and then it still didn't work. And I tried again the next day. And then also, like,
why it wasn't working just because there's some technique and finesse to welding, right? It's not just like you see it and you're just like, hey, I'm just gonna put this thing here, put the goop on, and then just melt it on there and walk away. It's gonna be dry in 8 seconds, and I'll get back to work. It's not like that.
No, there's like preparation that you have to do, and
it's like foreplay. It's a little bit of like massaging the labia majora shit going on.
Right, more about that than it is about the putting the pipe
goop
in there.
on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did you think about this? Let me ask you this. I thought of this also, but I watched the entire video before I thought of this. Get a pipe cutter. And I didn't know what these other things were called. And it says couple shark bite couplings and some PVC, good to go. I was thinking, did you ever think about doing that, getting a pipe cutter and just cutting out that segment and putting in? Because the other day, my gardener ran over like this $400 hose I have, and I was just going to order a new one. And then I'm like, wait a second, I'll just get a coupler and put it together and put 2 pipe fittings over it. Mine was a garden hose. It wasn't a copper hose. But did you think about doing that by any chance? Do you own a pipe cutter?
No, but I do own 2 of them now.
You didn't at the time. You do now.
Yeah. I'd have like 0 tools. So a lot of the stuff that I'm using, I'm borrowing from my parents and in-laws. And I have no idea what shark bites are, but I didn't want to make it so that it was like half-assed. So I wanted to actually make it so that it would be solid forever.
Oh, this is the shark bite coupler. Yeah, this is like something that's interesting. I don't like the idea of there being plastic mixed with my copper. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. I've never seen that before. So But yeah, so I tried to solder it for like 2 days straight. Didn't work. Finally, I had my dad try it, and he couldn't do it either. And then my brother's old teammate is a plumber now. Yeah, did I want to call her a slap?
You wanted your wife to call you?
Did you want her to call you a slap? No, I didn't want that.
It would have really been nice for me. Like when I lost my job, and I'm like, and I asked my wife, I'm like, fuck, I lost my job today. She's like, I got fired today too. I'm like, I don't want to lose the house. Would you just move into a van with me and the kids? She's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I was like,
whew. I consider that every day.
Like what? Moving into a van or?
Yeah, just getting a camper and parking it on the property.
Oh, and just working there. Yeah. So you can just work
it. Yeah. Or just so I don't have to try to fix all this shit.
And she can just shower at the firehouse.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And you'll just be gross.
Uh-huh.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Tyler says it's not easy to solder copper.
Yeah, well, the guy who came to fix it did it in 5 minutes and left.
Oh,
and I was like,
shit.
I gave him some money, and he's like, no. And I was like, no, you're going to take this money because you're on retainer now.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, in case I need you to come back, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what's funny, so I nicked this pipe. I had the guy come in and fix it after my 3 days of attempts. And then right before that guy showed up to fix it, I nicked another pipe, like down the line. And so we didn't find that out until we turned the water on after he fixed this one. So finally, at that point,
Did
I'm
you
like,
even suspect you nicked it?
No.
Sorry, Judy. I said nipped it. Sorry. Did you didn't know?
No, I didn't even know that I nicked the second one. I was like,
Wow.
oh, it's fine. And like I looked at it and it looked like I had like brushed it. So it looked fine. But then as soon as I turned the water on, it started spewing again. And then I was like, okay, well, don't worry about it. I'm going to try, like, since you taught me how to do it, I'm going to try to do it the way you taught me. And so the next day I came back and then I did it. And then actually I worked. So
you solder. So you weld now.
I solder. Yeah. I definitely don't weld yet, but maybe at some point.
Whenever I see this dude's name in my Instagram, I get triggered. This dude right here.
Really?
For some reason, when I see Andrew Sten, I think of this guy who used to work at CrossFit named Andrew Weinstein. This complete fucking scumbag.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, it's super easy, no worries. And I was like, okay. And he comes in and freaking did it. But yeah, this is me trying to solder it myself. So basically what I was doing wrong the whole time is I wasn't cleaning the pipe properly.
Sorry, Andrew. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I know. It's not fair. You don't even have it. I know. It's not fair. I apologize. I know. Sorry. You're not him. Like, you're big and buff, and this guy was like, and you're manly, and this guy was a Weasley douchebag. Punk ass bitch. So okay. So here we go. So we continue, and there's a dustpan there, of course, like any good carpenter, to catch any excess water that may fall out.
Dude, yeah,
you know what? I picture you putting that there and then not even taking the water outside to throw it away, just reaching back and dumping it out like that.
I didn't even do that for like probably 2 days. I just let water go into it. That was just disgusting. That's when all the flux on. This is me and my dad trying to fix it. And this is what would happen every time. We would get it heated up, and then it would just bubble and bubble and bubble, and then it would fall off.
Oh, so you did get a pipe cutter. That's an extra piece of pipe laid over it.
Yeah, right. So you get a pipe cutter,
slightly
and then you
bigger?
Yeah. It's a little bit bigger, and it fits around the pipes itself.
Oh, and it fell off because it was just too hot. You just keeping it too hot?
It wasn't. We didn't sand the pipe properly, and then we didn't add enough of the jelly, the flux that's supposed to go around it.
Flux, yeah.
Yeah. So once we figured that out, it was fine. So
oh, there must be a summit tomorrow. An affiliate summit. That's a nice shirt. There might be look at how that makes your shoulders look good. That's a nice shirt. Don't let that shirt get good. You have good thing you have 5 of them, right?
Yeah, exactly. These are all my work shirts. I just wear them every day.
Perfect. I asked Travis to send you a orange. I asked Travis yesterday to send you and JR and Souza a orange Chicago
Oh, sick.
Bears CEO shirt.
That's dope.
Yeah. I was feeling like extra, generous and froggy because they won. It's like, damn. All right, so that's all patched up.
Yeah, it's fixed. And then after that, once I got it soldered, I was able to take out all the rest of those wood panels. And then I found this other panel. He built that wall himself, we're pretty sure.
You should have spray painted on the wall VCTM when it got nicked.
That's how I felt like a victim of my own stupidity.
If I would have been raised in a real white collar, a real blue collar, a really real white trash family, I would have known how to weld.
Yeah, exactly.
Colton Mertens would have had the Shatican complete already.
He doesn't even have his own house complete. Don't even.
Oh, look at that. We finally pushed Caleb too far. Oh, wow.
This was a sign that it was part of the wall. I'm going to try to get it out so I can hang it somewhere. I thought it was pretty cool.
Wait a second. Is that like a plastic sign he used for insulation?
One, there was no insulation in that wall. Two, it's like part of the wall that he used. Yeah.
But is there sheetrock on the other side of that, or that is the wall?
That's the wall.
What's it made of? Plastic?
I think it's metal. I haven't actually.
That is weird. That is fucking. Wow.
So that, yeah.
What's this? Just a 7-mile ride around my neighborhood. Nothing. I would like to see your entire neighborhood. I thought he was saying you should go on a bike ride around your neighborhood. Yeah, that'd be cool. The new victim mentality shirt looks sick. I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But yeah, I'm going to put some insulation in there and make it nice.
Sevi, when's the next hair wash penciled in for? Oh, it's so funny you say that. When I got in, I actually got out of the shower this morning, and I was like, I'm probably the same as Caleb. Like, I've just even forgot. Like, I got out and I'm like, oh shoot, I wish I would have washed my hair, but it's not even like an option when I'm in the shower. It's like I just soap butthole, cock and balls, armpits, chest.
Yeah. I started using that Sabbath essential soap that she sent me.
How is it?
Pretty good. I like it. Also, I've never not been ashy during wintertime. And I'm not ashy anymore.
Oh, that's nice.
Because of her stuff. It's pretty nice. My skin's actually soft in the winter.
Janelle Winston, welders are not white trash.
Yeah, they make a shitload of money.
I know, but come on. Of course they're white trash. That's just absurd. I'm going to type in white trash welder. Listen, images. Oh, maybe she's right. There's not a lot of, maybe you're right. Okay, fine. What are they? Look at me freeing my mind.
If you've got a trade, you're making hella money, that's for sure.
White trash and money are not mutually exclusive. Meaning, yeah, you could be white trash and
make money.
Yeah, make money. Blue collar and white trash are different. Nuance. Well, I really do hope that on behalf of David Weed and Jake Chapman, Cave Dastro, that the show became funny. Or more funniest. I would fucking hate to lose you guys as listeners. Let me see if I can find one more funny thing for you guys. You guys want to hear from Donald? How about 242? You guys want to hear from? This isn't funny. You guys can hear from Donald Trump. Did I tell you about my friend whose dentist had Parkinson's disease?
What? No way.
Yeah. Did I tell that story?
No.
Donald Trump reaction on electric tanks for the Army. Does anyone think electric tanks are a good idea?
I don't know.
Here we go. Oh, is the TDC a little bit white trash? Dude, Dave is... I don't know if you call it white trash when you're colonized Native American, but for sure. Dude, he's got 2 fifth wheels on the property. When I first met him, it was just full of semis. And yeah, he fully has. Oh, dude, at his... I went to a funeral for one of his family members, and at the very end, like, of the funeral, while the service was going on, a fucking half dozen Hell's Angels rolled up. Like, just imagine, like, someone's, like, the priest is up there, like, reading some God shit, and there's 100 people there, and 5 dudes, Hell's Angels, roll up on the fucking loudest, gnarliest bikes ever. Just fucking Sons of Anarchy looking motherfuckers. Interrupt the whole thing. Everyone's, like, trying to act casual and, like, not make eye contact with them and shit. Yeah. Ask him about it. Crazy white trash. Would you say Hell's Angels are white trash? I definitely would say that.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah. My dad's got Parkies. Yeah, don't let him floss your teeth or work on your teeth. Okay, here we go. Mr. Trump, former President Trump. Here we go.
All electric Army tanks now. Think of this. So they want to have an Army tank that's electric. You can't get it recharged. It doesn't go far enough. It doesn't go strong enough. But they want to have electric. So that we go into enemy territory. We will blast the shit out of everybody. But at least we will go in with environmentally nice equipment. No, do you believe it? You want all...
That's a very good point.
Don't worry. The environment will be fine. 175. I don't know if you guys remember. It's so funny. Now the show's been around so long that people are like, hey, you should have so-and-so on the show. I'm like, that motherfucker was on the show. You guys remember when this guy was on the show? This guy opens for Rogan now. I don't think
he opened for Rogan when he was on.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. See what I remember? Here we go.
Previously in Nashville, and I went to a museum and I learned that in Nashville they used to have this thing called the Negro Building, which I think is horrible. Nowadays we just call it a basketball court. I don't understand these people that are like, don't get a tattoo, or when you're older, it's going to look ugly. Who are these people like, man, I might not have had any fun when I was a kid, but at least I have this pristine 70-year-old body. I've never heard anyone be like, man, I would totally fuck your grandma, but her tattoos are gross. I have been buying a lot of things through Instagram ads. I bought that purple stuff that's supposed to make yellow teeth whiter. Yeah, I've been using it on my skin. Thank you.
Well. Oh, my goodness. Are you Heidi? Oh, shit. God, if you do that, fuck. I don't get jealous, but I will be so jealous if you do that. Man. Oh, my goodness. You're so fucking cool if you do that, Heidi.
All right. I gotta head out. I think
Oh, come on. Why? What are you doing?
My father-in-law just started. He's gonna mix some concrete and we're gonna lay a pad down for our new
Okay, could you play
unit.
one more?
Yeah.
One time for CrossFit. I went to Rick Ross's house. I smoked a blunt with Rick Ross. 160. one time I went to Rick Ross's house with Dave. I know she's so cool already, but Heidi's so cool already. But if she even if she doesn't really go on the show, if she just puts a set together, man, maybe you're gonna inspire me, Heidi. I want to do that too. Okay. Here we go.
Money and having money for a while.
For a long time.
But it feels like you went to another level with the money.
Without a
like
doubt.
the Powerball, son.
Without a doubt.
Was that just investments that just
Pause this?
finally...
That guy right there is pretending to be black in that white shirt. That's not a real black man. Not like me. Just so you know. Just listen to the way he talks. He's totally pretending to be black. Okay, go on.
He got to a certain level. Like what? How does
it's a lot of different things. I'm curious.
Just for people to understand.
Just keeping it 1,000. I done had my hands in 25 different pots. I've been cooking on the stove for a long time, and really I was getting money the whole time. I'm a real frugal at some points,
right?
But when it's time to make a power play, I will. I spend $100 million. I spent that in the last 6 months.
Yeah, on new investments, on reinvesting.
Not only
on
that.
the album, he talking crazy how he coming off. You heard me?
I just bought a crib for 35, a jet for 35. The investments, I'm over 100 million in the last 6 months. And we ain't just talking about it. We really getting to it and spending it.
I will say this: he had a really nice house, but it was like kind of ghetto inside. It was very plain inside. So when he says he rolls frugal, he rolls frugal.
A couch and a TV on the ground kind of thing.
Yes.
$35 million mansion.
Yes, like that. Yes.
That's stupid.
Yes, like that. In the whitest neighborhood ever. No, what? Oh, sorry. Don't leave yet, Caleb. I know you're in a hurry, but did you hear about the story about the girl at the Glory Hole in Amsterdam? Oh
No.
my goodness.
Do tell.
Oh my goodness. Does she need a job working at the Shatican? What have you had a... Oh my God. Sounds like something they'd have at the Epstein mansion. Just a room with... You walk into a room, there's just a bunch of holes in the wall. God damn. All right. Thanks, Caleb.
No problem.
All right. I'll see you later. Are you coming on at 12:30 when that's in 4 hours when Tyson Bajan comes on?
If we're done with the concrete, maybe. We'll see.
Okay, good. I look forward to it. You come on dirty with like concrete like falling out of your hair or whatever, wherever concrete falls off on you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Later.
Caleb Bieber, the creator of the Shatican series, infamous Shatican series on YouTube. This story is so bad. Really? No, sorry, Sleeky. Sorry. He sorry. I don't know why it didn't I don't know what's going on. Let me see. What do I type in? Glory Hole Amsterdam. We called up every Dutch glory hole operator in the city to see if a girl on a hen party really accidentally gave her dad. No, thank you. Even I have my limits. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know it. Thank you for testing my limits. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Man, oh, man. Man, oh man. Oh man, something is so weird with my something is so weird with my Instagram. Watch this shit pop up. It's like it won't let me do Instagram stuff. Let's see. I didn't know the scene of Anne Hathaway rapping Tupac existed until now, so you got to see it too. Here we go.
How do you wanna?
How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in a cash game, living in the fast lane now for real.
Better go get it, though.
How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in a cash game, living in the fast lane now for real. Hey, Toby. How do you want
God,
it?
it's so good. She does it so good, doesn't she?
Up as a nigga in a cash game, living in the fast lane now for real.
Better go get it, though.
I couldn't pick Anne Hathaway out of a crowd though.
How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in a cash game, living in the fast lane now for real.
So that wouldn't fly now? That's a no-go now? Let me see what the Euphoric Bro, did Anne Hathaway say nigga more than once? What is there a limit? The movie Havoc is about rich kids trying to be ghetto. They end up being invited to a party by gang members and they like the lifestyle, so they try to fit in. That's not a movie, that's real life. That was my high school in 1990. They're offered to be initiated in, and there's a whole gangbang scene. Ooh, wow. I say blame the scriptwriters. I don't know. That scene was kind of cool. Oh, then the fucking idiots chime in. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christos. Yeah, I'll add that to my watch list. Yeah, that's. You think that's cringe? I thought that was cool. I thought she sounded good singing that Tupac song. No, I'm not reading the glory hole story. Sevan. No, thank you. Mr. Weed loves her. Yeah, she's cool. Well, I mean, that's a cool scene. The movie's called, I don't know what the movie's called. I don't know what it's called. Just type in Anne Hathaway somewhere. I'd watch that movie. Why not? That's cool. I like iterations on I like different iterations on rap music, like classical music renditions of it, country music renditions of it. I like slow, like singing it like songs like you haven't heard sung as love ballads, sung as love ballads. I love all that shit. No, really? How is that super cringe? Really? What am I missing? You guys really think that's super cringe? How is that cringe? Listen, her voice is so great in this. How are we talking about the same thing?
How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in a cash game, living in the fast lane now for real.
Better go get it, though.
How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in a cash game, living in the fast lane now.
It's even filmed well. I don't know. I like it. I'm old. What are you gonna do? Do you think that's really her voice? Yeah, you don't. There's a bluegrass version of 99 Problems. It's amazing. Look it up. Her voice is great, but I feel embarrassed when I watch this. I get that too. I see what you're saying. It's taken me many years not to be embarrassed that I'm black. It's the plight of the black man. But I made it to the other side. Oh, Brandon Waddell was at the Chicago Bears game last night. Awesome. Sevi, there was a douchebag kid a row behind us last night talking shit all game about Bajent. My kid punked him. It was great. Dude, after looking at the stats, how people their first year as a quarterback as rookies go, 2-2 is not bad, man. It's fucking actually really, really good. I know, that's what I see too, Patrick. It still says the show is the Tyson Bajent show. I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go, let me see if I Let's see what I changed it to let's see if I can go to let's see. Live call and show Shatican glory hole update. Glory hole 2 words. Glory hole Shatican glory hole update. Okay, so there. How's that? Did that do it? I don't know what to tell you. Oh, that looks good. How's that? Did it fix? Anyway, 12:30. That is in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Clark. The question is, will Tyson play next week? The man with the tool belt speaks again. QBs have played exceptionally well against Panthers. QBs have not played exceptionally well against Panthers either. Tyson did a good job. You didn't even work in slapdick in there. That kid standing behind Waddell's son is a slapdick. How's that? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe you were right. Maybe you were right. Maybe you're right. Short quarterbacks are fine now. Shit. Maybe you're 2-0 and not 0-2. Oh, great. The monetization was off on JR and Taylor's show. That sucks. Clock will get the final word today. A lot of real football pundits think Bagent has solidified himself as a legit backup QB. That's not the Cinderella story we want, but it means he's earned a place in the NFL and can make bank. Oh, please. That's just stupid talk. The pundits are the worst in that sport. They're worse than our sport. I watch like fucking 10 different shows. First of all, half the guys don't even have fucking mastery over the fucking English language that I've heard speaking on it. The field commentator, the guys on the field are the worst. The best, you know what? The best I heard was these two women. They're Chicago locals. I'm trying to remember their names. I bet you he keeps starting. I'm going to bet on that. I'm going to bet that we're going to see a lot of him. And I'm going to bet that he keeps getting better and better. Okay, sorry, you don't get the last word, Clock. Hold on. Is it Colton Merton singing a Tupac song? Because if it is, I'm here for it. Better be. Wad Zombie. Oh, I kept meaning to look at this. I did not look closely at this. I just saw his hair was dyed. Sorry, Dad, but these pigs, dead ass. Sorry, Dad, but these pigs, dead ass, will be 100% free this weekend when I'm competing. If you need some help, just call the neighbor on God No Cap. I don't even get it. I mean, the picture's funny, but I cannot even read that. Is that English? Oh, it's you might not get it, Boomer. Oh yeah, I totally don't get it. I totally don't get it. Sorry, Dad, but these pigs dead ass will be 100% FR this weekend when I'm competing. If you need some help, call the neighbor. On God, no cap. Dude, seriously? Is that English? Oh, really? So that really is like lingo right there that I don't get? Oh, thank you. Sorry, Dad, but these pigs dead ass will be 100% free range. Thank you, Kevin. Okay. This weekend when I'm competing, if you need some help, call the neighbor. On God, no cap. On God, no cap. Oh, for real. FR, for real. Sorry, Dad, these pigs dead ass will be 100% for real this weekend. The pigs will, but these pigs dead ass? It's not English. That's the funny part. Oh, God, you fucking suck cock so bad, Caved Astro. Oh, my God. You need to be throat fucked. You dragged me over here to look at this shit. I love Wad Zombie, and you just made me hate him. You fucking douche. Oh, don't say percent? Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry, Dad, but these pigs dead ass will be 100 free range this weekend. Don't say 100 is fine. It's not funny. God. Yes, a bad offense and terrible. Literally got dumber for. Yeah. Cave, what is wrong with you? Didn't you and someone else start the show with saying that you liked it when I used to be funny? Settle down, Sevi. Settle down. Remember, you want people to think that you're wise. Okay. Be humble. Oh, I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon meditating on this Wad Zombie post until I understand it. Thank you. I can't wait to learn this lingo. This is cool. See you guys at 12:30. Tyson Bajan.